It's your boy LFC Plavi here, and on this channel, all I talk about is Liverpool and some football analysis in general. So sit back and enjoy. Today, what I'm going to discuss is the main reason or the big thing that Arne Slot changed to turn the fortunes of Liverpool around the season. Liverpool has won the league, so the celebration continues. Of course, I'm recording this video after a game against Brighton, away at Brighton, and that was a loss. But you could see at the end of the game the way the traveling fans were celebrating over there, and you could just relate to the fact that after all, the league is done. So it is always party time, win, lose, or draw. It's party time. So let the celebrations continue. I, for sure, will continue with the celebrations throughout the summer until the beginning of next season. So I'm not stopping anytime soon. So don't either. The first thing that I'm going to highlight about what Arne Slot changed for Liverpool is turning Gravenberch into a DM. I think doing that created several ripple effects across the squad of Liverpool. And that is why we ended up winning the league. The first thing that it did, the first ripple effect, was that it created squad depth within Liverpool squad. So we had a situation where Endo could come in. We had situations where Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and even other French players, academy players like Trey Nyoni could come in. So the reason why it created squad depth is that prior to Gravenberch having this nailed down position as a DM, he wasn't really considered as someone who could come in and do a job. So because he ended up being the first choice DM, we knew that even if something happened and we had to make changes, Endo had already proven last season that he could go on and on and on and give us 8 out of 10 performances every single week. So we knew that wasn't a problem. He was always going to be able to come in if we needed to bring him in. And I think Slot would have done that if the need did arise. Because Gravenberch didn't suffer any injuries, we didn't really have to tread that path, I would say. Although, don't get me wrong, it got to a time Gravenberch was feeling a bit tired. And I actually thought that we should have changed Gravenberch. We should have given him some rest here and there against certain types of opposition, which I'll come back to in a different video. Now, the other thing that it did, using Gravenberch as the DM for Liverpool, is that it really helped Slot to find the answer to the DM position. And I think one main issue is that the kind of DM that could play for a Slot team is not the same type of DM that would be able to play in a club team. And so using Gravenberch as a DM probably might not have worked under Klopp, because the type of work that Klopp requires his DM to do, Gravenberch might not have been the best at doing that. And so I think that is why I see some people slagging off Klopp for not finding the solution or not being able to use Gravenberch the way that he should have been used. But I think that is quite wrong, because Slot or Klopp wasn't able to use Gravenberch in a DM because he wasn't playing a double pivot. He normally plays with a single pivot, and he asks specific things of the single pivot. And I think at that time, Gravenberch hadn't proven that he would be able to do that job on his own. Because Slot even said at the beginning of the season that he was a bit surprised at the ability of Gravenberch to be able to arrive in tackles and also win his tackles. So I think he took everybody by surprise. But at the same time, the requirements that Slot asks of his DMs is quite different. So that wouldn't have worked quite well, I think, under Klopp. again, the reason why this experiment at the beginning ended up working was that Slot did not necessarily put Gravenberg in that position and leave him out there to try and survive on his own. I think he actually worked on him to try and help him to be able to play the role that he was asking him to do. Because I saw in so many training videos, when you watch inside training from the Liverpool YouTube channel, you could see that there were certain exercises, certain routines that the team was going through, and he tried to put Gravenberg in certain positions during training to help him to receive the ball, turn with the ball, receive the ball, and give it back. And it really sort of helped him to automate certain things. The other players like Van Dijk, Konate also learned how to the timing of their passes to Gravenberg, the angles that they kind of play their passes into. So he actually made sure that Gravenberg would be able to do well in that position by providing him with the exercises and the routines that he needed to pick up during the season. And I think that really worked to perfection. Also, he gave him confidence to use his unique qualities. Gravenberg has certain unique qualities. One that we all know is the Gravenberg 10. The way he uses his body to shield the ball and turn away from Marcus is just exceptional. He's one of the best at doing that. He also allowed him to take initiative, to have the confidence to do whatever he thinks is the best given the circumstances. So I think those are the main things that Slot did to change the way Liverpool play. And Gravenberg was an important. I would even go as far as saying he was the most important part of Slot's system, because without Gravenberg, and I really understand why Slot was quite reluctant to change Gravenberg anytime we felt that he was a bit tired and he needed some rest. He wasn't willing to make that change because it was really important to him that we play through the middle, right, in certain games. So those are my thoughts. Before I end, what I would say is don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to smash that like button.